Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre. And together we are Beauty and the Bear.
So today we're watching Death Note.
Today we're jumping back into season 1, episode 12 of Death Note, Love. Let's get it going.
Right. Miyazaki has decided that he'd like you to help with the investigation. If you're still interested, then you need to come here right away.
Okay, Dad. Now I'll have access to classified information about the case, which means I can learn more about this other Kira.
Thank you, Light.
Not at all.
Wow.
After all, I want to catch Kira as much as you do, Ryuga.
I'll have to ask that you call me Ryuzaki here. To keep things simple from this point on, I'll call you Light. You can start by looking over all the information we've collected. I'd also like you to examine these videos. They were sent to the TV station, but were never aired. We will begin now. Well then, we need to ask Light Yagami to assist us. However, we cannot tell him that we're considering the possibility of a second Kira.
That's right,
Are you
I remember
serious?
that.
Why even bother asking him to work with us?
He may suspect that these tapes are the work of a second Kira, an imposter, or copycat imitating the original.
Without hearing our explanation, how would Light ever know that?
The suspect that we've been pursuing up until now has needed both a name and a face to kill his victims. But there is something different happening here. If he comes
Crazy.
to the conclusion
This
that there
guy's
could
so
be a
sick.
second suspect, then he'd be almost completely cleared of suspicion in this case.
But are you suggesting that if my son does not come to the same conclusion, there's an even greater chance that he is guilty?
No. In that case, there will still only be a 5% chance. We'll inform him that we are investigating the possibility of a copycat.
This guy's going gray, boy.
Alright.
Should have no trouble believing that I am Kira.
This is a complete disgrace to everything Kira stands for. Here. It seems unusual that no one bothered to explain this video to me.
So, what do you make of this, Light?
Damn, it's a test. It's hard to say for sure, but there might be another person out there with Kira's power.
But what do you mean by that, Light?
At the very least, I'd say this tape was not created by the Kira we're familiar with. It makes you wonder how he was able to kill that detective and those two officers right outside the television station like that.
That was incredible, Light. Now any doubts about you should be resolved.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Which means this was just another one of your tests?
The truth is, if I was the only one who thought there was a second Kira, it wouldn't be too convincing. But the fact that we came to the same conclusion makes the theory that much more believable.
Wow.
You did not
This
disappoint us.
guy.
First, we must focus on stopping this copycat. We could lure him into a trap by sending our own message from the real Kira. Oh, and Light, I would like you to play the part of the real Kira.
Oh my god.
Yes. Do you
This
think
is
you
so
could script
funny.
a message from Kira in time for it to be aired on this evening's national news?
Damn him. He must have been planning this from the beginning. Does this
This
look
is
okay?
so good.
Damn
I managed to make
Shinigami.
it believable.
If we don't omit the part that says you're free to kill L, then I'm gonna end up dead.
I guess I got carried away playing the part. I feel like killed. Feel free to change it to whatever you like.
Sounds good.
These
The script is
two.
ready, I'll leave it to you.
That
This
is
is so
crazy.
good.
And now, a shocking announcement. An anonymous individual has contacted us claiming to be the real Kira. In short, he has demanded of this network, as well as several others, that we air the message you are now about to see.
I am Kira.
It worked! I knew he'd answer me.
The purpose of this message is to communicate my will to this imposter. If this person claiming to be me is truly sympathetic to my cause and wishes to be of some help, I ask two things of him. That he refrain from killing aimlessly, and that he agree to abide by my basic principle.
What are you planning to do?
Hello? Do you really need to ask? I'm going to reply to him, of course.
Ryuzaki, we have a reply from the second Kira. I'm streaming a copy of the video so you can view it on your end.
Thank you for your reply. Please do not worry. I will follow orders and do as you say.
If this fake had any idea what my wishes were, he'd insist that Elle appear on TV and then kill him anyway.
Exactly.
I don't think you have the eyes.
What the hell is he thinking?
What's this having the eyes supposed to mean? Is it a
When we meet, we can confirm our identities by showing our Shinigami to each other.
Shinigami? You alright?
Shinigami? Am I supposed to believe that? That Shinigami actually exist?
Death Note and how to use it. You may also write the cause and or details of the death prior to filling in the name of the individual. Be sure to insert the name in front of the written cause of death. You have about 19 days according to the human calendar in order to fill in a name. So he can plan out the death 20 days, 19 in advance. Wow.
Gosh.
Interesting. And what do we got next? Even if you do not actually possess the Death Note, the effect will be the same if you can recognize the person and his or her name to place in the
So,
blank.
like, if you write a note 19 days before, you don't have to have the note to have that person killed. You just have to be looking at them.
Even if you do not actually possess the Death Note, the effect will be the same if you can recognize the person and his or her name to place in the blank.
So once the note is written, the instructions are written, you don't have to write the name, you just have to...
That's crazy. Even if you do not actually possess the Death Note, the effect will be the same if you can recognize the person and his or her name to place in the blank. Maybe you're talking about if they have a piece of paper or his or her name to place. So it says you still have to place the name in the blank, so there's still some kind of writing going on. If you can recognize the person,
because the name has to be in front of the thing.
Place in the blank, right? But the thing is, let's say my guess was if let's say he wrote down on the note dies and rips off the piece.
Oh, the piece that was in front of the.
Yeah, maybe that's the only thing I'm thinking. That would be crazy. Resume.
Shinigami?
Shinigami.
Of course Shinigami don't exist.
I remember that Kira had those prisoners write something suggesting the existence of Shinigami.
So based on that fact, perhaps we're dealing with the same person after all.
I don't think so, because if this was the same person, why would he agree to let Elle live after going to all the trouble of getting him to appear on TV? Kira wants him dead, so it doesn't make sense.
And maybe there's some other connection between the real one and this new guy.
It's as Light says. If the two Kiras were connected, I don't think the imposter would be so willing to give up his plan to kill me. I believe his actual motivation is to meet the original.
He's acting out of an interest in Kira. The word Shinigami could very well be some reference to their killing power.
Based on their messages, we can assume that the word Shinigami must hold some other meaning that only the real Kira and the second Kira are aware of. I imagine that the second Kira is probably quite satisfied with the current situation now that he's received a televised response.
That's right.
Also, there's that word he used, one that only the two of them would understand. We'll arrange to have this reply broadcast today on Sakura's 6 o'clock news. Now, if I were Kira himself, my priority would be to prevent this imposter from coming into contact with the police.
Okay, but let's say that he doesn't respond. Then what do we do?
He might reveal more information that he knows Kira once kept secret. To pressure him into a meeting, of course, that
makes
would
sense.
make Kira nervous. In the meantime, let's gather all the information we can on this copycat.
Wow, this is a high-level chess match.
Oh,
It's
that's
getting
good.
crazy.
I'm telling you, these are gonna knock him dead. You look
Wow.
like a little angel, Misa.
Quicker than you think.
Oh, I'm so tired. Modeling takes a lot of energy. Hey, Rem.
Huh?
For a Shinigami to give a notebook to a human, he needs to have two. You could give a death note to Kira because he somehow found a way to sneak an extra one past the Shinigami King?
It doesn't happen often.
Oh, then how did I get mine?
I'm one of the few in the Shinigami realm who knows how to kill another of my kind. That's how I ended up with two.
Oh, I think I get it.
I just happened to be around when he died. It was coincidence, really.
So, how do you kill a Shinigami? I have to know.
Bruh.
I learned the only way to kill a Shinigami is to make them fall in love with a human.
What?
What a beautiful way to kill.
Love.
There once was a Shinigami named Jealous who spent all of his time watching over a certain human girl.
Backstory.
It's today, isn't it?
It's just not fair.
I also wanted to find out how she was going to die, so I stayed and watched with him. A man suddenly appeared and blocked her path. He was clearly infatuated with the girl.
I was watching you. I want to protect you forever.
She'd never seen the man before, and of course, turned him down.
I can't have you.
No one can.
I'll kill us both!
Wait, stop it! Without
He
even
wrote the
thinking,
human's
Jealous
name.
did something that we Shinigami must never do.
He extended her life.
Jealous used his death note to kill the man instantly. Shinigami exist only to shorten and take human lives. We aren't permitted to undo that which has been fated.
Is he disappearing?
At least he got to see her live, though.
At that moment, Jealous became something which was neither sand nor rust, and disappeared forever. The only reminder of his existence was his death note. The rest of his lifespan was added to hers. He'd accidentally extended it well beyond its natural end.
So if he'd never fallen in love with this girl, he'd probably still be alive today, wouldn't he?
That's
Is
right.
she never gonna grow old?
Jealous loved you enough to die for you. So that
It's
death note is now yours to keep.
And she'll live way beyond her natural end. That's why she was able to give up half her life for the thing. She could afford it.
That they'd prevent their death from happening. You're not in love with me, are you? Be honest.
You really think you can kill me that easily?
At least now I have something interesting to tell Kira. But I wonder, does he know how to K-I-L-L a Shinigami? Maybe I should just send him another message.
And L said you would do that.
How much you wanna bet L has this corner bug?
Time before he slips up, and when he does, the police.
True, that's where he ate with him after the tennis match.
And he told him that nobody, there's no cameras, there's nothing.
A strawberry sundae, please.
Of course. Be right back.
That does not sound like a
What
Kira.
should I do?
Here you go. Enjoy.
She's got the eyes. She'll see you. But she doesn't know your real name. That's right.
Wait to meet Kira.
What kind of person are you, imposter?
I wonder, what kind of person are you, Kira?
Wow.
This is wild.
Wow. That's wild. That is absolutely. Yo, that's crazy. That was a crazy backstory of a man named Jealous.
Wow. Who actually wasn't jealous.
And he saved babe. That girl is incredibly powerful.
Right.
He extended her life. God knows how many life, let's just say beyond its natural end. So he added 100 years to her life. Let's just say she's 20 years old, 100 years. She traded for half, let's say. So she dies at, let's say, 65 years old. And until that time, she can do as she sees fit.
Whatever she wants. Whoever she looks at.
And the thing is, if the Shinigami killed more than 3 people, it's well more than 100 years. I'm just saying that as an example of a life that goes beyond its natural end. She could be alive for 200 years, even after bargaining for the Shinigami eyes the way it worked out. And he extended her life. Babe. So if Ryuk were to fall for light, he could avoid his end and then grant him the life he wants, because he actually wants to rule as a god in this new world he plans to create.
He wants to live forever.
And that's the thing, if Light finds this out, there's a good chance he may try to get he's a genius. He can conjure up any plan to get even whether it's he takes his time and he plots it out, like the way he had those 50 prisoners on hold to just kill them off one by one to show that the hourly schedule doesn't quantify him as a student or an employee or anything else.
Right.
Just whether he takes time or whether it's in a split second, when he realized, oh my God, this is a test. just now. You know what I'm saying? When Elle's like, so what do you think about the tapes? He's like, oh my God, this is a test. And he still came up with the right answer. And then when he was going this back and forth with Elle and discovering the real Kira and so on and so forth, he's always on top of his shit. So he could come up with a long-term plan to find a way to get Ryuk to fall in love with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he used that girl that for the bus thing, you know, because she was interested in him. So he knows how to play. He knows how to play on people's sympathies, emotions. You know what I'm saying? And he already knows Ryuk finds him super interesting. You know what I'm saying? He buys him apples, so he treats him well. You know what I'm saying?
His story's so fucked. Like, but wouldn't the real Kira, not Kira played by Light because of the police force, right? The real Kira want to respond to the video that was put out by the police agency, the one that aired on the news at 6 o'clock, trying to get the other Kira to meet up.
That's right. That's right.
So they should wait for a response, because if there's no response to that, then that means that, like, shouldn't the real Kira be appalled that there's somebody pretending to be the real Kira that's putting out a video that's, you know, trying to attract the second Kira?
Yeah, it makes sense. But the thing is, at the same time, they're doing the because they're doing the due diligence. The thing is, they're not even sure that there is a no. They actually do know that there's a second Kira, because you can tell the difference between their ideologies and stuff.
Exactly.
But that's a good.
I wonder if Light has to play that role too. You know, like he has to freaking.
He has to go home and make a message.
Make a message.
You both Kiras are fake. This is the real Kira.
That's what I'm thinking.
Kira 2 and Kira 3 are not irrelevant.
There's gonna be like 10 Kiras by the end of this thing.
And I noticed that when they brought up the Kira that Light was playing, that the handwriting was fancier.
Yep.
Than when the original put up his message, and when the copycat put up her message.
That's it. The copycat had like an old English font, and this one more cursive.
What is her motivation to like kill people like that? You know, like she seems like I don't know what a model of life is, but she's a young, attractive girl. She seems to have the world at her fingertips. So it's interesting that she is having so much fun being this murderous killer.
I think she literally just wants to meet Light and be his sidekick, basically.
Yeah, but the thing is, to do that, she would still have to murder people. Mm-hmm. And she already murdered innocent people to get his attention. Hey. It's like you know what she is? She's Stan. She's right. She's doing these crazy things and writing him these crazy letters to get his attention.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, don't worry, I won't kill you when we meet. Right. She had to literally tell him that. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Wow. It's true. What makes her want to go to the dark side, basically?
Yeah, and she's so cheery
she's
about
so jolly, exactly.
And she comes in the place, strawberry sundae, extra whipped cream on top, da. She's, I wonder what kind of person Light is. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe she turned into that person after the Shinigami showed up. Because like she wasn't dressing like that when the guy was watching her from up top. She was like you said.
Well, the thing is, I mean, she we couldn't even. First of all, I thought it was a dark-haired, much taller person that he was looking after to begin with when they were showing the flashback. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not going to put too much on the onus on what she was wearing, because every time I've seen her since her inception, she's always wearing that goth kind of skirty vibe. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you would think there would be some kind of buffer period, right? Because as soon as she got it, she started killing, which is what got her on Kira's radar. That first episode we met her, and Shinigami, and Ryuk told Light, he's like, you're the human who's the fastest to ever like adapt to the situation, or whatever. Something he said along he's like, you picked up on it right away. Most people, you know what I'm saying? You picked up on it right away. You know what I'm saying? Most people hesitate, or most people think it through, or most people have trouble. And he's like, right away, you started cleaning house. You know what I'm saying? So, my God, this is a high level chess match. And the worst part is they added a third fucking player.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. And we can't wait to get on to the next one. So, thank y'all for joining us for this latest episode of Death Note.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the video.
Let us know what you thought about the episode down in the comments, and be sure to go over to our Patreon to check out the full-length uncut reaction, or simply to support our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre. For Beauty and the Beard, we're signing off until the next one. Peace.